Welcome in to Drew's Daily Diamond for Wednesday, July 3rd, 2024. I am Drew Martin breaking down the slate of games. Let me know in the comments below what your MLB picks are for today, where you agree, where you disagree. All is welcome. Smash that like button if you're liking the content as we head to our first matchup here. South Florida, Miami Marlins hosting the Boston Red Sox. 6:40 Eastern, Brian Bayo on the hill for the Sox, commanding a minus 140 price tag. Trevor Rogers, the lefty, going for the fish, total of 8. You might look at this and be like, man, why is the Red Sox just minus 140? Well, I'll tell you why. The 25-year-old Dominican Bayo, last time out, did not make it out of the third inning, giving up 7 earned runs, 3 walks against the Jays. He's actually had 3+ walks in 4 of his last 5 starts. So a starter struggling with control issues, that's not always a bet on thing. And Trevor Rogers, the lefty for the fish, he's won each of his last 2 starts against first-place teams, both as plus prices against the Mariners and the Phillies. His velocity is ticked up. I think other bettors out there have noticed that. And sure enough, his last start against the Phillies, very impressive. 6 innings, 12 ground balls, just 1 line drive given up. That's kind of projecting out well here, guys. We're listing Trevor Rogers as the starter. And on the home dog, plus 128. Don't do it a lot with the Marlins. Hey, they have the bullpen edge as well. So Rogers leading into a good bullpen, catching the 28 cents here. We are on the home dog fish. Next one up from South Florida to New York, Yankee Stadium to be exact. 7 o'clock hour here, guys. It's the Cincinnati Reds at the New York Yankees. Carlos Rodon and Andrew Abbott, the slated starters in the battle of southpaws. 8.5 being the total. Heavy favorites here. That's the Yankees at home laying a minus 180 price tag. Game 2 of the series in the second rounder out of Virginia, Abbott, 2 earned runs or less in 5 straight starts. The team's over 500 when he takes the hill. And he's up against Rodon, who has given up 15 earned runs in his last 2 starts for the Bronx Bombers. He's been getting bombed around for 5 home runs in those last 2 starts. He's a guy that started off the season very hot, low numbers overall. Now he's flirting with a 5 ERA and 5 FIP. Not looking to bet on Rodon here. In fact, going to flip it on its head with the bullpen edge as well, pointing towards the Reds. We get Rodon on the hill for the Yankees, a shaky bullpen of late for the Yankees as well. Great overall season. I do think they're going to turn it around, but in this matchup, Yankees haven't been playing their best baseball. They just lost last night as a favorite as well. I actually think the big red machine worth a shot here. Swing hard in case we hit it. Plus 160 with the underdog Reds over the Yankees. We'll head north of the border just 2 minutes later, 7:07 Eastern for the next matchup. Houston Astros, Toronto Blue Jays. Kikuchi on the hill for the Jays. Blanco on the hill for the Astros. Total of 8, minus 115. That is the Blue Jays as the home favorite. Game 3 of a 4-game set. In Blanco for the Astros, 3 walks, 3 home runs last time out against the Mets. Mets lineup is really hot right now. So I don't want to ding him too much because it was his worst start of the year. So I'm looking at it as just a blip. However, if he does get blown up again, watch out going forward. But Kikuchi on the other side, I think it's a little bit more concerning because he's given up 19 hits, 13 earned runs, 5 home runs his last 3 starts. Now he's going up against an Astros lineup that's pretty hot. The Stros have been playing great baseball over the last week, over the last 2 weeks. So I think this is something wrong team favorite, guys. I think the Astros are worth a shot here. High watermark plus 101. Hey, third game up, 3 dogs in a row, all barking. So we're going on the Astros over the Jays. We'll head to Arlington up next, 8 o'clock Eastern hour, San Diego Padres, Texas Rangers. John Gray on the hill for Texas, minus 140 home favorites. Missouri on the hill for the Padres. Total of 9 here. And the 23-year-old second rounder out of Iowa, the former Hawkeye, talking about the Padres starter, he has 22 innings pitched, 18 earned runs over his 5 starts. You can make the argument, in terms of regular rotation starters in Major League Baseball. I mean, by the numbers, he might rank at the bottom here. He's on the wrong side of an 11-17 strikeout to walk ratio. So when you're walking that many guys in that many starts and not missing bats, you're not a guy I can bet on. And he's up against John Gray, who's been great overall, up and down of late. He has given up 9 and 8 earned runs to the Mets and the Orioles over the last month. But other than that, he's been very good. I think Texas, they won the World Series last year. We can't forget that. And at some point, it feels like they're going to turn it around. Well, it might be now. I mean, they won Sunday Night Baseball. It was actually I've learned from my own mistake on the wrong side of that one, playing good baseball last time out. So I'm not looking to go against the Texas Rangers here. It's just a matter of is minus 140, minus 145 a little bit too much? It could be. And therefore, we get a total of 9 in this one, guys. Padres lineup has smashed righties. Texas lineup starting to hit the ball a little bit better. I think we actually get up and over this total of 9 flat. So Padres, Rangers, up and over the total. Also 8:05 Eastern. We're heading to Wrigley Field for the Philadelphia Phillies and the Chicago Cubs. Imanaga, the lefty on the hill for the Cubbies. Wheeler going for the Phillies. Phil's about a minus $1.25. No total with the overnight market as I'm talking, but 55-29, number 1 record in Major League Baseball for the Phillies. They are dealing with some injuries in their lineup, so that's something to watch. They've still been winning some baseball games, particularly when Zach Wheeler's on the hill. He's 9-4, 2.7 ERA. He has been blown up twice this season, but he's had 17 starts, so that's pretty consistent. I mean, he's been great otherwise, other than those 2 blow-ups. The Cubs, 12-3 with Imanaga on the hill, but 2 of his worst 3 starts are 2 of the last 3 times he's taken the hill. So I'm almost wondering if MLB lineups, he came over from Japan, got paid a bunch of money, high prospect guy, or I don't know if prospect's the right word, but anyway, he started off great, but I wonder if like the secret's getting out on him, and he is going up against a good Phillies lineup, granted the injuries. But also, guys, we got to factor in bullpens here. And the Phillies bullpen has just been great this season. I mean, they're number 1 over the last 5 weeks if you go by bullpen whip, and the Cubs have really struggled, bottom 5 by that same metric. So overall, I think we get the better starter, better lineup overall, and better bullpen. We can get them under minus 125, sitting low water mark minus 123. That's the Phillies over the Cubs. Guys, this is Drew's Daily Diamond going live Monday through Saturday. Smash that like button if you're liking the content. And please, it helps the algorithm out. If you could comment below, I'll be in there throughout the day chiming in with you guys. MLB picks, welcome. Any questions, fire away. Where you disagree, agree, hey, throw it out there, guys, in the comments below. Last game up, we are heading most of the way out west, a mile high. In Colorado, it's the Milwaukee Brewers, Colorado Rockies, 8:40 Eastern start time. Milwaukee comes in 50-35 on the season. Colorado, hey, just 29 wins, 55 losses. They have been better at home, 17-24. Still not a great mark, but if you're going to bet on them, look to be betting them at home. Dakota Hudson on the hill for the Rocks. Colin Ray going for the Brew Crew. Minus 150, that's Milwaukee as the road favorite. Total of 11. Colin Ray, we talked about it his last time out. It didn't show up as much, but the velocity still wasn't there. He's lost a little something in terms of the radar gun. And a lot of times that could be, maybe an injury's coming along, but a lot of times it hurts their numbers. So now him going to Coors Field, this is a big question mark. I definitely don't want to lay the minus 150 with Milwaukee. And he's only pitched there 1 time in his career. He went 5 innings, 5 runs given up, did have 4 walks in that game. So not a great past performance. He's up against Dakota Hudson here, the 29-year-old first rounder out of Mississippi State, near a 6 ERA on the season for the former Bulldog. And he has huge home road splits to the negative when pitching at home. In Coors Field, he has over 1,000 team OPS against, meaning he's given up a bunch of hits, walks, the whole bit. And on the road, just a 610 team OPS against. That's one of the most drastic splits I've seen at this point in the season, almost 400 team OPS difference. So we got to look to fade him in Coors as well. That puts us on the over, guys. I mean, Milwaukee's lineup's hot. The Rockies bullpen is hot garbage right now. So let's go over 11 Colorado Rockies, Milwaukee Brewers to end it. Little bit later for the Wednesday slate. In recap, guys, we're on the Phillies as well, minus 123, Texas Rangers and San Diego Padres. Like that one, up and over 9. Houston Astros, plus 101 as the dog against the Blue Jays. Cincinnati, big dog barking in Yankee Stadium, plus 160. listing Andrew Abbott as the starter. And the first one up, another dog, this time a home dog, Trevor Rogers plus 128 in the Miami Marlins over the Boston Red Sox. Thanks for tuning in, guys. That's going to do it for the Wednesday show. Smash that like button, comment below, cash those tickets.